All right, Jim, are you ready for our next email question?
Yep.
All right, this one comes in. This one, I've been holding on to this one for a few weeks for you. It comes in from Glenda, and it says, my elderly father accidentally shot himself in the hand. His insurance has delayed payments of his benefits, saying that any gunshot wound is suspect, and they want a police report, which he did not file. What can we do to help him get paid? Now, the reason this one is so interesting to me is, number one, we're in a community, hunting accidents happen. You do, I mean,
sure.
Every hunting season, we're just wrapping up turkey season right now, people accidentally shoot themselves or ricochets or anything like that. So have you had a case like this before, Jim? And how would you handle this one?
I gotta say I hadn't.
Okay.
So I'm a little unclear what insurance company is denying. Is it his medical insurance? Is it he's making some sort of claim? I'm
going to say medical. The email question didn't have enough detail on that one, but I guess it could be property.
Yes, so let me just kind of run through the gamut here. So what you have to do if you have a claim, I mean, in your shot, I assume if it's in any kind of serious shooting, it's medical treatment.
Right, absolutely.
So it's not a requirement in any policy that I know of that you have to go do a police report. Now, obviously, it's going to be a police report if you have some criminal activity involved, but not necessarily if it's an accident, and especially if it's not something life-threatening or serious. There may not be one. He may just went to the hospital, but the hospital record should be enough for the fact that it happened.
Right.
And if that's not enough for them, you can call me. I'll talk to them about it.
Is there any chance this would be some sort of homeowner's policy, or?
Well, it's hard to tell based on the kind of facts, but if he owned the home and shot himself cleaning the gun or something,
yeah.
Probably not.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I tell you another thing too, there's so many of these handguns these days where the casing ejects, and I do have a friend, and he didn't shoot himself, but when the casing ejected from the side of the gun, it hit his other hand and caused all sorts of damage there, because you forget that's coming out pretty good velocity too on that one, and that was serious surgery and all that kind of stuff. So, but medical sounds like it's the way to go here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, very good. So, all right, Glenda, thank you so much for the email question on that one tonight. Like I said, I've been holding on to that one for a while for you, Jim, on that side. How important, you just kind of alluded to it, how important is it for you to keep your own records early on when these things?
You need them, and because to understand some of why you need that is to understand kind of how, if you are forced to go up against an insurance company and try a case against them. I've tried a number of them over the course of my career. It helps to kind of understand what happens with an insurance claim on the other end. So if you're usually, nowadays, not so much when I first started, but usually the adjusters, a lot of times there will be a recorded conversation. They'll tell you the conversation is being recorded.
Right.
And it records what they're saying, what they're telling you. Sometimes they keep the audio of it. Sometimes you just have a transcript. Sometimes you just end up having notes if you get the file years later. But they're documenting, they have what's called a claims file, and they'll document the claim was opened. We told them this day, we took this action, we took this action this day. We at this time deny the claim for these reasons. Okay, and it becomes very important later on. Oftentimes it's a he said, she said. For instance, a case that I tried a couple of years ago with another attorney, we got a really large verdict in a hurricane case. They contended that they kept insisting that the person who owned the home produce a detailed inventory of what was in the home. Okay?
Right, I remember this.
If you don't have an inventory and your inventory is blown away, it's hard to sit around and make a detailed inventory.
Right.
Well, the insurance company had an inventory because they'd done an audit of the house twice. They already had it. So they were trying to make the homeowner jump those hoops of documenting and saying, well, you can't document it, we're not going to pay you, when they have two audits
already right there
with photographs and itemizations of the furniture and other things that were in it. So those are the things that these things hinge on. So keeping detailed notes of conversations you have with them is always a good idea, because they're doing it on the other side, and usually those cases are won and lost on the he said, she said, and the notes, the contemporaneous notes that the insurance company is generating, and a lot of times notes that you generate in talking to them.
Document. Yep. That's what Jim's telling you. Document, document, document.